All right, so just got to the stream here. I'm out in central Pennsylvania, drove out for the day. It's a little muddy. I don't know if you can see it in the background there. It looks probably muddier in the sunlight than it is actually, but I was down further and it was a lot more muddier than upstream. So I came upstream here. Gonna see if we can get into some wild browns. I've only fished this stream one other time, so I've been meaning to get back out here. Last time I fished it was back in the spring. Did pretty good here. Pretty curious to see how it fishes today. Since I'm here, it's about 2:30ish. I'm gonna fish until dark though, so I'm expecting the fishing to pick up once it becomes later in the day. But since it's a little off color, I think they'll be a little more lenient. I can get a little closer to them and we'll see what we can do. So I'll check back in. Finally caught one. Just a little guy though. Maybe they're starting to turn on. It could be a good sign. All right, so right now I'm just nymphing up through like this little area with like some pocket water. I'm using a size 16 pheasant tail jig on the bottom, and then the tag nymph is a just like a little like pinkish paragon. It's a little flashy since we got some dirty water here, but the few fish that I have hooked up with so far have been on that pheasant tail, so I might switch out that top nymph to something a little more natural if that's what they're going to take. Finally hooked up with one here. I just had another one on too, but he got off, so might actually be turning on. Let's take a look at him. Nice one. I'd say probably like 8 inches. All right, we're gonna continue up through here. There's a little bit of flat water. I'm just coming to the top of like a riffle. So probably maybe catch one more out of here, I'm thinking, and then walk up past this flat water and continue on. All right, so I wasn't even paying attention, and then I ended up hooking into this one. This one's a little bigger, biggest one so far. All right, so this one was on the pheasant tail again. All right, I think this one's a decent size. And it looks pretty colored up too. Yeah, it's a nice one. Probably about 12, 13 inches maybe. It's fighting up in those riffles. Here he comes. Oh yeah. Really nice fish. Headed upstream here. This is actually looking really good up in here. A little deep right here. I'm kind of looking to work the faster water up here, but I think I'll throw in here. I actually switched up. I'm using this little olive paragon and then my pheasant tail. This is a size 16 pheasant tail and a size 18 olive paragon. These are my two go-to nymphs. I'd say I caught probably 80% of my fish on this. They're just like, I feel confident with them, but I think they're good patterns for fish as well. Nice little basketball here and some trash. Love to see that when you're out fishing. So it's now raining, but I just caught this guy right here. Littler one. He hit it as soon as I dropped it in there. Not bad. Oh, there it goes. Got another hook up out of here. The fish seem to be really tight to structure right now. I've pulled a few out of the middle, but the larger, I wouldn't call them big, but the bigger size trout that I've been catching today seem to be tucked to the bank or like tucked under some rocks. All right, stay still, buddy. But yeah, seem to be pretty active now that it's raining and cloudy and it's kind of cooled down out. This is a nice little run right here. I think I just actually had a hit right there. It's been weird how most of the time I could tell when it's a fish versus the bottom, but today I feel like it's hard to tell, just I guess the way the fish are hitting. Wouldn't be surprised if we pull a fish out over there by that log. It's looking really nice. Just gotta watch my cast up under here. There he is. All of them have been on the pheasant tail so far. Not much change there. Probably should just throw on 2 pheasant tails, but we'll keep it mixed. This guy's a little fatter than the other ones. There's another one. Oop, popped off. I've never fished up in this section of the stream. I'm really liking it. It's almost reminds me of like a canyon type deal, but I'm not even sure that we're actually in between a mountain here. It's very rocky and like canyon like you could see up on the sides here. All right, so we're hooked up again. This one's a little bigger than what I've been getting here in the past few. Not too much, but it's a good looking hole too. So that one was actually on the olive paragon. All right, there it goes. We're hooked into another decent sized one now. It looks like it may be colored up pretty orange. Can't tell. He's putting up a pretty good fight. He's kind of colored up. He's more yellow though. Let's take a look at him here on the bank. Hooked up with a pretty good one here after a good bit of nothing. He doesn't want to come in. Come here. Wow. Fighter. Might actually be the biggest one of the day. Got one more here. It's actually a little bigger one. This one's on the olive. Here's a little fat one. Oop, there he goes. I'm actually getting into a few here up by the, just as I'm getting ready to leave. Another nice brown. This one's a little bit bigger than the average, I'd say, for today, but nice spots on him. There he goes. Okay, so I actually think I'm gonna fish up a little bit more. I see some fish rising in this pool right here. And there's another nice little run that runs down into it. So we're gonna check that out first and then we'll head out. All right, just hooked up with one there. And that riff, can't tell how big he is. Oh yeah, it's a good size one. Tell you what, these fish are jumpers here. Usually brown trout are not like that. Don't jump, don't jump. There we go. Not a bad fish. Right out of the little riff right there. So let's get a release on him. Just finishing up here. It's getting dark and the rest, it looks like there's a pretty good ways up there before there's any other like good water. Today wasn't too bad. It started out slow. That was to be expected though, because it was sunny when I got here and the water was kind of muddy. It's since cleared to a pretty, it's not like super like crystal clear, but enough to, you know, give you a little bit of advantage. I think I completed the day with like maybe 20 some fish. Yeah, about 20 fish, but some of them are like tiny ones that didn't even bother turning the camera on for because it's not really worth it. And then I think I had 3 decent fish, a lot of average, you know, 6 maybe to 8 inches fish. But yeah, it's not a bad day. This is gonna be the end here, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.